I met this student in Colorado recently at a camp I was doing, and he was telling me one night about his life story. He said that years before he decided to be an avid follower of Jesus. But in the midst of that decision, over the last several years of his life, he's continued to struggle with all kinds of things. His parents have gotten divorced, causing him to go into a deep depression. His depression meds have messed him up even more. He's struggled with depression, he's struggled with his parents' divorce, he's struggled just in general. I mean, his life has just been basically a constant struggle since deciding to follow Jesus, which is kind of crazy. And as he talked to me, because I had talked that night about crying out to God, as he talked to me, he was saying that he felt like his life was just one giant cry out to God. Like he was always crying out, going, God, help me, save me, fix this. And you know, it was crazy to sit and talk to this kid and just realize, here's a guy who really wants to avidly follow Jesus. And he said this very profound thing. He said, but I feel like my life keeps getting in the way. I wonder how many people are like this guy, you know, like who are trying to follow Jesus, who avidly want to really be sold out for Christ, but their life just keeps getting in the way. And I find myself wondering, like, God, okay, God, what is, again, going on? Like, why do you do this? Why? Here's a guy who really wants to follow you passionately, but it seems like every time he tries, something in his life just trips him up. Is that the enemy getting involved there? Or is that you, God, doing something? Are you trying to shape him in some way? I mean, it was just crazy. Do you ever feel like your life gets in the way from trying to follow Jesus? Do you ever wonder what God could possibly be up to when it comes to your life and why he keeps tripping you up or allowing you to be tripped up in that? Do you ever even want to just give up entirely on your belief in God? Do you ever find yourself going, is this really worth it? I don't know, these are some good questions. This student asked me that night. I wonder how you feel about them. Maybe you should weigh in at walkedaway.net.